Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video here at Intuition FX. I hope everyone's well. I hope everyone's had a fantastic trading week, and I hope everyone's resting well. So, just a quick information. I have got new headphones, so hopefully you guys are not hearing all the fireworks right now outside. These are meant to be noise cancelling, so yeah, I'm gonna hope when I play this back, there's no fireworks. So, anyways. I was meant to break this trade down earlier during the week. However, again, it just got really busy. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. A lot of things came up, and I just decided that okay, I'll do this on the weekend. But I managed to get the Euro trade. Was it the Euro trade? Out. Let me just have a look at that. I think yeah, it was the Euro shorts and longs that I caught in the same day. So that one's out. And I think the weekly breakdown will be out either tonight or tomorrow night. So just gonna break down this trade. I'm not gonna make it too lengthy. Well, I'll try not to, but I am just gonna sorry, talk about why I took this trade, and the reasons behind well doing whatever I did, right? So that's what we want to touch upon. Okay. Just need to find the all I need to do is find the relevant thing on Telegram. I'm just gonna go on Telegram quickly, guys. I'm just gonna find the chart for it where I explain this trade. Okay. Cool. Right. That makes sense. So this was the reason why I took the trade. Sometimes I'm gonna clear out my charts so much, so I just sometimes I just have to sorry. I have to go back on Telegram, look at the trade and then okay, right, that's exactly where I was from. So just to get that. Anyways. Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna start from okay, let's just start. So you guys see this blue shaded box over here? I'll touch upon this on the weekly breakdown, but now this is a weekly fair value gap. This is where price bounced off on Monday, right? So going into the week, I had the idea that Monday may have set the high of the week because it's traded there, it's gone lower. You see this candle here, it's come up into the fair value gap. So it's gone into that weekly fair value gap. It's already traded much lower. It's displaced so much. So when Tuesday came, I said, right, okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look at where if price, let's say price wanted to reverse, let's say price wanted to have a little retracement, where does price need to go to do that? And instantly my eye went into this huge BISI over here, buy side and balance, sell side and efficiency, and I took the 50% level. That's the first thing I did. I said, cool, I'm gonna take the 50% level and I'm going to see how we trade. Okay. That was my target for the day, and you'll see that get hit. But I'll talk about certain things in this trade, and again, as always, I will have the OBS recording sped up for you guys. I feel like I should have done it on the day because my head was fresh with everything. But again, I have my notes on another page which I have written down. So it doesn't really matter, I guess. But I think next time, as soon as I take the trade, I'll just do the recording then as well, or in that evening. So let me change these colors for you guys. Okay, so when taking this trade, first thing, of course, we take out the midnight open. Now, I'm bearish. My stance is bearish. It's not bullish, it's bearish. So if we open in price, okay, and I've got this 1 hour order block in my head, okay, as soon as this candle closes, this over here, London session begins, this is in my head. I say to myself, okay, my stop loss is going to be in a logical place, right? It's going to be above the order block, right? But I want to see how price trades. So on that day, when I am trading, this is exactly what my chart looks like. So I had 50% of that fair value gap, of the hourly fair value gap, the premium end over here and the discount end over here. Now, what I also did, because I wanted confirmation, is you'll see me use quadrants. And ICT mentioned on it. Now, again, I'm still in the process of using this. I don't claim myself to know it too well like I do with the market maker buy and sell models. But I was just having a go at using the quadrant type thing, which is, you have that and then you have the 0.25% level. It closes below it, very deep. So my idea was, okay, you know what? We can get to that 50%. And I think, do we ever fill in that fair value gap? Well, we do. So we do fill it in the end over there. So, but again, this was my key takeaway from ICT's recent video. You'll see the 4-hour stream he had. He was talking about this. He was talking about it to do with volume imbalances, but I thought, you know what, I'm using my fair value gap, and it just works so well. So you can see that. So yeah, again, you'll see some of that in the recording. Now, as we're trading lower in price, I say to myself, okay, I know we have the Asian range over here, the highs over here, but this is what I say to you guys, yeah. I always say this, always zoom out. Just because you're trading on a 15-minute time frame doesn't mean you have everything. Sometimes you need to go a time frame higher, like I prefer the 1 hour. Sometimes you need to go to a 4 hour until you see something, right? So on the 1 hour, we have this order block over here, this blue line that we have marked out, right? And as price is trading lower here, London, I say to myself, okay, where would I take an entry from? Looking at on a 15-minute time frame, I wanted to take it from this fair value gap. As you guys know, I love my fair value gap entries. So my mind straight away goes, okay, let me draw out this fair value gap, and this is exactly where I'm gonna take my my trade on. Bearing in mind, guys, I've got this order block here. So my stop loss goes here, okay, above that order block. I take this trade, not putting my stop loss here, but being smart by putting it above the order block, because on the 1 hour time frame, we have to give it that space. Okay, we have to give it that space, and that's what's important. Do not rush your stop losses. Do not rush anything, guys, is what I'm saying. If you rush it, you will make so many mistakes. Okay, so I've taken that, 15 minutes short over here, and as we are trading, I've also got the 1 hour time frame on another screen, right? So as I'm looking at it, I'm saying, okay, we've closed as an up candle over here. What is this? A propulsion block. So then I say to myself, okay, we've got the propulsion block. Now, what can come? What happens the next candle? The next hour is pure displacement. How many times in the last couple of months have I spoken about propulsion blocks, and how that is when I know, okay, speed is coming in the market. That's when I can be like, all right, you know what? Let's say it's on an hourly. The next hour, I want to see expansion. That's what I want to see. I can't say 100% it's going to expand, but when I'm looking at something like this and it's only printed this up candle and it's closed like that, I say, okay, 1 hour order block, I like the way it's closed. It hasn't closed as a body into it. It's wicked into it, that's completely fine, but look at the way the body's closed. That is absolutely fine. Now, next hour, boom, I want to see displacement lower. And that is exactly what we get, guys. That is exactly what we get, right? So, as we are trading lower, we're trading lower, lower, lower. Where's my first partials? Straight away, my first partials are right here. As soon as we get below this low, I mean, not this low, sorry, into the premium end of the fair value gap, that is the first place I'm taking partials. Price retraces higher. Again, do I care? No. I mark out this fair value gap. I say, okay, if it wants to trade there, that's okay. If it doesn't, I don't care. But like I said, I want to see it go lower. I don't want to see it completely reverse on me. So take partials here. Partials are important. Price trades higher. Boom. We get lower here. That's when I say to myself, okay, you know what? Another place for partials. This is another time for partials. I like the way we've gone lower, but we are inside the fair value gap. So just in case, because guys, we don't know this market 100%. Okay, so just in case price wants to completely reverse, I've taken partials at 2 places. So here you see I enter over here, take a position off here, and take a position off here. Okay, now what do I say? I see price moving again. Just New York, very choppy in the New York session, as you guys can see from here to here. London had a nice run. New York being a bit choppy. So I wanted the low of the day to be between 10 a.m. and 12 a.m. I guess it gave me the low between at 12:30, but sometimes you got allow that. So what did I do? Again, you guys will see in that trade, I did not, take off my trade. I took partials again over here. I said we've gone lower, we've gone higher. I said it was at a point. Look at the time I took it as well. 11:45, very close to 12 o'clock. Yeah, I just took partials again. I said, right, I don't know what's gonna happen. Let me just take partials. And again, my take profit is still here. My take profit is still over here. And as you guys see, boom, it gets filled. And just look at that lovely reaction on that day. Boom, goes higher. So there isn't much. Again, like I said, I know it's a 9-hour recording I have of this because it actually took pretty much the whole day. And this is as much depth I can probably go in because it's annoying, right? Because like I said, when it's fresh in your head, it's like, okay, there's so much to talk about. But these were like the key points that I wanted to talk about to do with this trade. Because again, it's the whole element of allowing drawdown. See, a lot of you, when you take your trades, you don't allow drawdown. You don't want drawdown. You just want to be pinpoint perfect. You want to have the most sniper entry up here, and you want to get out at the absolute low. And the reality is, you never in your life need it. You can, you can work towards it. If that's something you want, that level of accuracy, but it's not something you require to be profitable. It's not something you require to make money. It's not something you require to get rich with. Absolutely not. All you need is, sorry, I'm going to take my position here. I'm going to put my stop loss here. And I'm going to put my take profit here. I just need to make sure I take partials. That is everything you need. Again, if we look at the pips, about 50 pips on that trade. With about nearly 20 pips stop. So like 2 something R, right? And it's just the importance of patience. Again, this trade was entered at 3 o'clock New York local time. Well, not local to me anyway. UK time here, so that's New York time, 3 in the morning, and my position hit TP at 12:30 midday, right? So that's a lot of time, guys, right? And you gotta just sit through it. Again, you guys can see, like with me, okay, let me put it this way. Catching a position in London and letting it ride out for the day can do you wonders, okay? But it's not needed, right? You don't have to trade it all the way to CE. And I mean, yeah, I should, I would had loved to hold the position for longer. I mean, look at that. Wouldn't have been nice for me to just hold all of that. But guys, again, do I care? I mean, I don't mean that to be ignorant. I don't mean that to be lazy, but I mean it in the sense that you need to figure out your mental capacity. Can you sleep at night holding a position? Can you, are you able to do all of those kind of things, or do you just like to be, what, in and out the market, boom, done, and then you know what, you'll just see what happens the next day. That's what you need to ask yourself. Again, have that fair value gap, like I said. Position gets taken in there, obviously spread and all of that you can see is taken a bit before that. Stop loss in the most logical place you could probably put it. Where else are you going to put it, right? And boom, you have a perfect, literally near enough a perfect exit. I don't think an exit can get much better than that, I'll be honest, guys. I'll really be honest. And I know it's half an hour after London close, but again, when this trade hit TP, I was actually out. And funny enough, I left the house after this candle was... as this candle was moving lower, I left my house. So basically, because I had a few things to do, right? As you'll see it, I stopped... did I stop the... I'm pretty sure I stopped the recording. Okay, so I'll have the... I'll put the recording to where it is. And actually, what I'll do for you guys is I'm thinking to do a voiceover over it. Okay, I'll see. I'll need to watch the video because again, it is 9 hours long, so I need to condense all of it and do a lot of cutting on it. So again, guys, that was why I took the GU trade. And it's pretty much that simple. It is pretty much that simple. So I'm gonna show you guys the actual trade now that I took. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video.
And I have a YouTube channel audience too. I personally cannot keep up with the correspondence. I wish I could because I love it. Sometimes it moves me to tears because of the joy I get by hearing these stories. And also the stories that people are struggling. Not every one of my students do exceedingly well. I want to be upfront and honest and tell you that. I've said it in the past. It's not like something I want to just confess to now. I've always said this. This is a very difficult business to do well in because you're competing against yourself. You're misinformed. You're giving so much improper information. And there's so many people out there masquerading as someone that knows what they're doing. And all of that is a disadvantage for you. And it's almost like a landmine field laying in front of you. And you really need to know where to step. Because if you step the wrong place at the wrong time, it's over. And if you do it enough times, no matter how strong you feel about conquering this and knowing that there's going to be periods of adversity, at some point, even the best of you will want to throw in the towel and quit. I'm here to tell you, don't ever quit. It doesn't cost you anything to watch these videos except for the time that you invest. If you keep digging into them and keep practicing what I tell you to practice and keep studying and looking for the things I'm pointing to, it will happen for you. It will unlock your understanding, and one day, what day, I don't know, but it's always different for somebody else. And I have students from my 2016 group that still cannot make money. I'm being absolutely honest. But I also have students that just came into this final group in 2021 that are literally killing it because they were trading with information they learned here, but it was hit and miss. Now they're doing exceedingly well. Was it because they joined the mentorship? Probably. Or is it because they put enough time in beyond what they probably thought was going to be required? I think it's that. So don't give up. Don't let someone else convince you that you're wasting your time doing this. The worst thing you can do is tell your friends and your family what you're doing. Don't even do that because they're not going to understand. And they're going to be asking you, usually at the wrong times, hey, how you doing? You're so-and-so. And it'll be a period where you're struggling. And they'll be like, well, I'm glad I didn't listen to you. How's that going to make you feel? It's going to make you question whether or not what you're doing is a viable means of pursuit to a better life. When I'm telling you, it absolutely is. This is the last bastion, folks. Look around. I'm not going to describe what I'm really hinting at, but all you have to do is look around. Every form of employment is being ravaged right now. It's going to get worse. Do you have a hedge against that? Do you have a way for you to feed you and your family without having to leave your house or hold your hand out for a government handout? No subsidies required. No leaving your home. As long as you have an internet connection and equity in the account, you can eat. That's where we're at now. It's not about getting rich. It's about making sure that you can eat, that you can meet your bills, make your ends meet. So it's my prayer and heartfelt desire and passion to inspire you to do well. And hopefully I've given you some tools here to do that, or at least begin the journey and working towards it. You're always in my prayers. I'm always thinking about all of you. Even I don't know you. I've never laid my eyes on you face to face, never shook any of your hands. I'm rooting for you. And you'll get it. Just keep plugging. Until next time, be safe.